Do you have a rental property that you currently rent? Or maybe a property that you're getting ready to rent, and there's a couple of items laying around the house. Should you take those items with you, or should you leave them? Maybe the tenant would appreciate not having to buy a lawnmower, or maybe having a ladder that they can use to do work around the property. Is leaving personal property a wise idea? Well, let's think about that for a moment. There are certain things in the house, such as the refrigerator, the dishwasher, the stove, maybe the microwave, that are fixed items that are part of the property. Then you have your light fixtures, your ceiling fans, your water heaters. These are all considered attached items that you're not going to move. They're not going anywhere. And because they're in the property, we need to take care of them. But what about items that are movable? Like a ladder. Maybe the patio furniture that you don't use anymore, but it looks really nice. Somebody else might really enjoy that. Is it wise to leave these items behind? Well, what are a couple reasons why we would ask this question? Oftentimes, in property management, expectations can be our best friend or our worst enemy. What do I mean by expectations? Well, you have the patio furniture that you left in the backyard that you haven't used ever. You would have thrown it away, but since it's there, why not leave it? Well, the tenant enjoys it, and when the tenant leaves, they take it with them. What happened to my patio furniture? It's not there anymore. Oh yeah, the tenant took it. You didn't care. Oh, well, I expected the tenant would have left it on the property. What about the ladder that's on the property? Oh, it'll help them change light bulbs. How old is that ladder? What happens when they walk up the ladder and they fall? Who's responsible for that? Well, you provided the ladder for the tenant to use, which would also have given an inherent warranty that the property is usable. The product is functional. Do we want that extra liability? Or is it something you expect to have returned when you come back to the property? Well, the beautiful thing about our lease is we can state what we need to. So first and foremost, anything removable on the property that is not necessary to stay should be removed off of the property no matter what. Toolboxes, ladders, chairs, recliners, sofas, anything. If it is removable, it should absolutely be removed from the property. No ands, ifs, or buts. It's a very complicated question when you get into topics such as wear and tear, who's responsible for maintenance. Now, can you put in the lease that I'm going to leave 1, 2, and 3 items in the property, and on these 3 items, as the owner, I don't want to maintain these? That's a fair expectation. You can put it on there. But in practicality, is it going to work out that way? Is the tenant just going to stare at it? Probably not. Or if you say you expect it to be returned and then something breaks, are we going to be able to hold the tenant accountable? Probably not. In property management, we have issues that come up, but we have an enormous amount of issues that we can simply avoid. So when it comes to renting your property, we are renting the property to someone else to enjoy, to live in. Let's remove anything that belongs to the owner that is removable. Allow the tenant to enjoy the property that they are renting without unnecessary restrictions or odd requirements. Make the home comfortable. And this way, we can start a good relationship with our tenant without unnecessary challenges. If you have a funny story, maybe you have a question, let's talk about it. My name is Baron McWright with Northeast Florida Realty. I look forward to talking to you very soon.